Giants on Thursday night primetime.
Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. And tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the New York Giants. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
Longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And he left North Carolina with most of his school's records, and at one point was thought to be maybe the #1 quarterback in his draft class. He does bring deceptive athleticism and plenty of upside to the table. Add some consistency, and maybe he can really unlock what he can be in the NFL.
To throw right away is Howell. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Howell's throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Howell's throw taken in by Samuel. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now Howell looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they're going to have another first. This tackle's made at the Giants' 21. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheme his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
First down, Howell to throw. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 more on that one and another first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Here's Howell. He's got it. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Robinson, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Howell. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
From the right hash, and this one just a chipping.
Sly able to put this one through. Gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. Paris Campbell now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
We knew about the great mind coming out of Duke, and we saw the athletic ability and the potential. Watching it all come together and get better with each passing year, that's been fun. He can throw it deep, throw it short, and of course take off out of the pocket and beat you with his legs as well.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. It's complete to Robinson. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Now Jones. For this one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on first down. Jones. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. And offensively they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw again. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report.
If you missed the first half, there's not much to get you caught up on. Just the lone field goal accounting for the entirety of the scoring. A 3-0 game to this point, as both defenses have been strong so far.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And they're on the losing end of things here. What do they need to do if they're going to turn things around, CD?
Partner, it's awfully close to being a must drive here, I think, for them, because I think a touchdown here in this opening drive is something they absolutely have to have. They only managed 3 points in the first half. They know that's not going to get it done. So without adding pressure to them, they already know the stakes. They need a touchdown here to get things started.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Looking for Shepard deep. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
Now Jones on third down. Well, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4. Third and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That fifth defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. First possession of the second half now for Washington. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Faking the handoff, Howell. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Howell down to throw it. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
First down, Commander.
on the counter. This is Robinson. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And the Washington first down.
Let's go right here.
That's the end of the third.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Howell's throw complete to Dotson. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Working with a 2nd and 3. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Howell, he'll look to throw it. That is caught. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. Second and 11 now. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Howell going to go down to a knee, and that should just about wrap this up.
Brandon, I can just tell you from experience, there's nothing like pitching a shutout on defense, but even more so when it's a tight game. I mean, when every defensive play is crucial and you don't give up any points, boy, they're going to feel awfully good about themselves after this one.
Yeah, exactly. The offense wasn't humming, but, hey, all they needed was, you can't score 1 point. All they needed was 2 points. Well, you can't score 2 points on offense. All they needed was at least 3. They got what they needed.
They got what they needed. Exactly right.
So a victory here for the Commanders. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
Well, you know what they say. It's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your. That's what they've got going forward.
So that'll just about